Hey YouTube, just taking some footage of my jungles because boy mate, this one here, has just shed, even though he looks a little bit rusty. And Lemon, she is not too, actually she's going into shed soon. She's a lot brighter than what he is usually. But as you can see, he's got more of that rusty colour. But the older he gets, he's getting more of that rusty colour, even though his black and brown pattern is thinning out. Whereas her, she's getting really bright yellow, like a fluoro yellow almost when she sheds. But hopefully these two will be my breeding pair, and I'll be able to get some nice looking little fellas from them too. But they're a little way off yet, obviously. I think she's about a year old, maybe a year and a half. She was underfed by the breeder. She was a slow starter. Obviously they don't have much time or patience to handle just a regular snake. But as you can see, she's feeding well. She's got about 3 adult mice in her, and he's only just shed. So he's been off his food for a little while. Where's his head going? Oh, down there. But all in all, brilliant snakes. Really well to handle. Obviously, they're still a little bit young, so they're jumpy when they're in their enclosure, their tank. They still get a little bit jumpy, but once picked up, they're fine to handle. They're probably not as passive as other snakes. They move around a lot more, so they're actually, when you hold them, if you're planning on getting one, don't plan on putting it around your neck and just having him sit there, because these two are quite active. I don't have any other experience with jungles, but I do know that coastals and children's, even spotteds, are pretty docile, and they just kind of chill out a little bit more. But these guys just quick, that's all. But as you can see there, you can see almost that little contrast. I know this lighting isn't amazing, but you can see the contrast between his sort of belly skin and her head there. The differentiation between colour. But I get them to bond. They're in separate tanks. If you look at my other videos, they're in separate tanks, but they I just sort of get them out every now and then and have a little bonding time, so they're not freaked out about each other. I don't know, that's just what I want to do. But I've just got them on a closed rowing rack so they can have a little bit more stretch time. I'll just show you. You've probably already seen before, but that's their enclosure. As you can see, just bear with me for 1 second. Okay, so you've probably seen this enclosure before. It's divided into two, so she's got that side and he's got that side. He's just shed, as you can see. That's why I brought him out, and I'm going to take that shed out in a little bit. I find it fascinating how he sheds. It's quite cool, but I need to get a bigger hide for him and a bigger water dish for sure. Yeah, so they're quite happy. Once it's breeding time, I'm going to take that little divider out and hopefully they can coexist together. But brilliant pets to have. If you're going to have a pet, definitely get a snake. And if you're going to get a snake, you can't go past the colours of these jungles.